Hello, everybody. Sorry for the long break. I just had to set up some tokens and things, and now we are here. The party is on the road, heading through the forest, down towards Stoneport, and eventually to Krublin. You make it through the woods without any problem after the orcs, aside from the orcs. And at the very edge of the woods, right as you're getting to the Lardian Crest, there is this beautiful campground. There are like these teepees set up. There's like a little bar pushed up against the woods with a sign over it, and all these like little glasses out on display with different colored liquids in them. There is a small impression in the ground where someone's built a campfire, and there's a few people gathered around it, exchanging stories. Other little stone walls to make campfire holding places are scattered throughout the section of the plain. There's maybe a dozen people camped out here, plus the person who works at the bar.
All right, Boomer gets excited and goes, yes, we've had these ages ago back home. They're called all-inclusives. We should go check it out.
Uh-huh.
Where would you like to go?
No orcs here, I'm down.
All right. We'll camp here for the night before heading south. The Alien Crest has got some dangerous stuff out there, so we've got to be on our guard.
Is there anything you guys would like to do here for the night, or should we just move on ahead?
I'm gonna say, your expressions. This stuff is as tasty as sand. If this rum's gonna sell, it needs a good brand. And I'm going to cut my parchment, or half my parchment, into little squares.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to activate my. Well, first, the parchment shoots out about 3 feet from a compartment in my left.
Like a CVS receipt?
Micro thin knowledge storage device. Deploy! And then I say, Phallotronic squid extrusion delivery system, activate! And like a little arm comes out of my left arm holding a quill, and a joystick pops out of the arm. And then I use the joystick to move the arm holding the quill, and I'm going to draw a nightingale on each of the little squares of parchment.
Okay.
Not a nightingale, a mockingbird, rather.
You draw a mockingbird on the little squares.
Yes, and then I'll glue them to several of the bottles.
I see. The bottles at the bar, or the bottles that you have here in the cart?
The bottles in the cart.
Excellent. Okay.
Mm.
Where do you get the glue?
I imagine there's something sticky.
There's mud.
Yeah. If there's tree sap, can I
Yeah, if you want to take the time to go around and collect tree sap, you can do it. That's fine. Yeah.
All right, so let's get enough tree sap to stick these onto the bottles.
Okay. And
What
then
about these drinks on the bar? You said there's multicolored ones. I want to look for an exotic, different race drink, like a goblin drink or something.
you head up to the bar, and there is a fair-haired woman with long straight hair standing behind it. She's got like a white linen shirt and some really simple wood and string jewelry. And she says, "Hi there, fellow traveler. Welcome. What can I get you to drink?"
I nearly just died. I need something to sleep well tonight.
Say no more. I have this wonderful wheatgrass beet juice shake I can make you.
Do you have anything more exotic? I was
Of course.
thinking of maybe
How
like
about, wait, I have this specialty far from the lands to the east. They use sour grass and mix it with beet juice. It's really good. It's sort of like a sweet and tangy at the same time. Really helps calm the system internally.
All right, is this gonna knock me out for the night?
It'll revitalize your system and detoxify anything that you might have ingested over the day.
All right, I'll get a round for my good companions.
Great. She squeezes sour grass and beets together and mixes it with a little bit of water, puts a talent of honey into it, and hands you 5 glasses. That'll be 10 copper.
All right.
Silver.
I'll give her 5 gold.
5 gold?
Yeah. Next time I come around here, I want a new drink named after me.
Of course. And,
The alcohol variety.
oh, well, what's your name?
Randall.
Randall, we don't normally serve alcoholic beverages here. Can I persuade you to get a different type of juice named after you? We could call it Randall's Juice. It could be a great drink.
How about like a mix of like all the wild fruit you can get and called the Randall Savage?
Okay. We'll just collect different fruits, put them together. Randall Savage. Lovely.
you.
She takes the gold and pockets it, and as you turn your back, does a little dance to herself because you paid 50 times the price of her drinks. It's the greatest tip she's ever gotten. She can actually, take a week-long vacation now.
Is that pure tip for her, or is that going to the bar?
Well, some
it's
of it's
her bar.
investment.
Yeah.
Ooh, bar.
Perfect.
All right,
Excellent.
Boomer
after
gladly
witnessing that-
accepts, but he also shakes his head and be like, man, with money ethics like this, these youngins are never going to own their own fort.
After witnessing that, I'll go up to her. It's like, excuse me, ma'am. I think you put honey in that drink.
I did, yes. All natural, locally grown honey sourced by organic bees that have not been enchanted or controlled in any way.
Boomer is shaking his head so hard.
I'd like some honey, please. The fruit of bees.
Absolutely. She will take a teaspoon and dole out some honey, looking for a place to put it.
I don't mean to be an ass, but can I have a whole glass?
I'll have to charge you for that. I'm so sorry.
How much would it run to have this much fun?
Let me go look at my pricing guide over here, because I do believe we have honey listed on it. She says and pulls out a binder and starts flipping through it.
The
Let's
gnome's with
see.
me. You can't cover it?
A pound of honey is 200. Oh, I guess if you're with him, then yes, that's fine. Okay. She looks a little dejected as her tip gets smaller, but it's fine. It's fine. You now
You
have
just
a
gave her
pound
500
of honey.
Gold.
All right, awesome. I go back to the cart and go, honey, honey.
The badger.
Honey, honey.
I don't know how honey badgers eat, but it consumes the honey. Do they lap it? Do they put their hand in it and then eat their fingers? I think that's how it goes. It's a hand and eat motion.
I think it would start by trying to shove its head into the glass.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like violently like shoving the head in and just like not giving a shit.
Maybe. Honey badgers probably aren't as smart as raccoons, so maybe just head straight in the jar.
I was watching a thing about honey badgers last night. They're damn smart.
Yeah.
This is true. But raccoons are brilliant as well. I don't know which one is more intelligent. Certainly, honey badgers are more fearsome.
Apparently, they're in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the most fearless animal in the world.
Yeah, they'll stare down a lion. They don't give a shit.
We'll figure this out in another episode when we have an obstacle course with a raccoon and a honey badger.
Okay. The party continues on, and your journey to Stoneport runs you unmolested. No problems whatsoever. You find yourself at Stoneport 2 days later.
But along the way, can I just like talk to the Rob the gnome and just show him the crossbow and be like, what? So I bought this contraption and it worked great in the first flight, but now when I pull the button from this damn technology, it doesn't work anymore. You youngin, you seem to know how all this tech and contraptions work. Why is this broken? Rob?
Oh! Into this device you must 12. Look, it's still flashing 12.
What do I do? The button doesn't work. Is there more buttons? Why are these so complicated?
I'll be in my groove. This device I'll improve.
Oh, I'm so down for this. I give it to him.
All right, I guess we're gonna ride in a boat here.
You're gonna get
Is there any boats leaving today, or do you have to wait in town with them?
No, there's a boat that makes a daily, or there are a few ships that go to Krublin like all the time. So you can hop on a boat and you'll be there in 2 days.
So I'm gonna go to town on this with my my quote unquote holy symbol, which is my infinite wonder generation kit, which is a bag of assorted spears, etc. I'm gonna start thinking of everything I could possibly do to improve this crossbow.
Oh boy.
And along the way, I'll be looking a little worried at some of my devices and go, I need sodium chloride. I hope we'll find some at the end of this wave ride.
Okay. How much is passage on the ship, Neal?
It's going to be 2 gold for each of you.
Can I possibly upgrade and convert this thing into a repeating crossbow?
You could make it. You could make it spread light, right? That's something that you're capable of.
Well, you can turn into a gnomish crossbow, which fails half the time, but does extra stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
That.
Whatever I can do to improve this.
I'm guessing. I'm not deciding.
Sorry, I'm just rolling for your new name for this day. Gear Kettle Goosefoot.
Yes.
You want to make this crossbow into a repeating crossbow?
That would be my first thing, is to convert it into a repeating crossbow, but any possible improvement.
All right. If you give me 10 gold worth of supplies and make me a successful int check, you can create a repeating crossbow prototype.
Please shit.
Okay, I don't
That will
have
fire. That will automatically load 1 additional bolt right away.
I don't have 10 gold.
I'll give you 10 gold.
If
I'll give you
somebody
10
wants
gold.
to lend me 10 gold,
Yeah, have 10 gold. I want to see it happen.
I'm going to spend it all buying. Are there supplies that I can buy in the town before we take ship?
Absolutely.
Right.
All right, I'm going to spend it all on supplies.
All right.
Is everyone able to spend the 3 gold on the 2 gold on the boat trip? Everyone good for that?
Everyone got 2 gold?
My cleric. Oh yeah, I do have some. Right, we went through that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and you need an engineering check?
Yes. That's even better than an intelligence check.
All right, because I have the skill and Gnome's get a +2.
I'm so excited. Boomer's still gonna be so confused and barely know how to use this shit, but it's gonna be so good.
28. Or sorry, 23.
Oh my god. Okay.
That was a low roll.
So you have successfully built a crossbow that will load a second bolt right away after the first shot is fired. There is a small chance that there will be a problem with it, but it's unlikely to happen, so don't worry about it.
Would the problem potentially ruin my 1 HP?
I mean, it's not likely to. It's probably going to be fine.
I'm perfect. All right, we're good.
Yeah.
All right, and then also using the regular supplies that I have, I want to add a target illumination radiant device. And
You want to buy a lightstone?
Oh no, I didn't have that. I was just gonna take one of my candles and put a mirror behind it.
All right. Do you have a mirror? I'm sure you do.
I'm assuming some little piece of metal in my infinite wonder creation
Sure.
it could be, bent to a mirror or something.
Excellent.
To a little, cupped mirror to directionalize it.
Sure.
I go, sir, hark, hark. Now you can fire it in the dark. And I demonstrate it, lighting the candle with my, let's see, what is the name of it?
I say
Pyrotechnic Spark Conflagration Starter Kit, which is a wind-up spring and steel, or flint and steel thing in my right index finger.
Okay.
It's flint and steel.
Flint and steel in your finger so you can snap sparks. Love
Out of
it.
curiosity, is this all stuff that you came yourself or stuff that you found, like, outside the game?
These are all normal devices, just their mount. It's just the same old flint and steel that any of you can buy.
Okay.
But it's mounted on my finger, and instead of me like striking it, it's got like basically like a little auto striker that's wound up by a key.
I just meant like out of character. Like, is this like a character, like a kit you found online or something, or you just homebrewed all of
I
this
just
and-
made this all up.
I love it. Okay, I love it. Perfect.
Yeah, I just asked Neal if I could be a perfectly normal cleric, except all my normal things would be ridiculously complicated gnomish devices.
I love it. Okay, I was just curious. Thanks.
Yeah. There's
All
a
right.
reason Gnome hasn't conquered the mainland.
And also, yeah,
Or conquered the dragon on their island.
So I do ask, because you'll see me at the beginning of the day, like with like one of those little wind-up keys, like winding up different devices all over the armor, and it takes a while.
Mm-hmm.
And who of you looks the strongest, or who has been friendliest to me?
I mean, I owe you right now, but I'm also an old boomer. So
Well,
I don't
I've got
know.
16 strength and I just gave you 10 gold.
Yeah, he probably him. Probably him.
I think Kenny's probably your best friend right now.
I have a favor, if you don't mind.
What is it?
And I hold up one of the little, wind-up keys.
All right. You need
And
me
I
to wind
say-
something up?
Could my tension storage and possible friend bond increaser device you could wind?
Where? Which socket is it?
All of them, especially the ones in the back that I can't read. I mean,
okay.
just how to do this, I could definitely teach.
All right.
Okay,
got
it's
nothing else to do on
just
the boat.
winding things up. It's just
Yeah.
that it takes me 40 minutes minus my strength, and having somebody else to wind means I can reduce their
Because you
strength.
memorize all your spells, 10 minutes per spell level,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
someone has to wind your gears up in order to get you to memorize your spells. All right, I see what's going on here.
All my spells are various devices and modifications to this. So instead of memorizing spells, I tinker them up. Morning.
Excellent.
All right. While I'm on the ship, I take my chainmail off. I'm just good in levers. while
That's a
I'm on
good
the ship.
idea. Don't wear armor on boats. You will sink to the bottom of the sea. But you
I
find
look
yourself...
appalled when he takes his armor off.
I have a memory of a siren who got me once. I'm not doing that again.
all right. You guys
Taking off
arrive...
your armor, don't be a Newman. Without your armor, you're just a simple human.
I'm still a cleric.
You guys arrive 2 days later in Kroblin at the very end of this really long peninsula that like sticks out into the sea. It's got these like soft beaches, palm trees waving back and forth. You can see a whole bunch of people hanging out down on this like big sandy beach. There's a tall, muscled man with tattoos on his shoulders and broken flip-flops on his feet that is strumming his 6-string guitar on a porch that is built onto the beach.
Well,
So-
first, I do need my name for the day and my devices.
Yes, your name for today is Gear Kettle Goosefeet. Goosefoot. And your devices today are device number 15, the Serendipitous Musculus Summoning System.
Oh, I had one of those as a child.
Yes.
It is a little padded compartment with 3 animal-friended mice mounted on his back with hay, nuts, and a mini water bottle for them. By pushing a button on his left arm, the mice can be dispensed one at a time, or all 3 in one round through an amiable handheld release tube. Air holes included, because I'm not a monster. You also rolled another 19, another device failure. I'm so sorry. And you rolled a 13, a follicle-based, ultra-daring style system XL Extreme. Various wigs that can be styled into mohawks, super stay-ins, hair, etc. Platinum blonde, bright yellow, green, blue, purple. They attach to the outside of your helmet.
Was Super Saiyan in those options?
Yes.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna go with purple, the purple Super Saiyan hair option.
Lovely. Lovely.
Since we're in this new place and it seems to be like a wonderful little paradise, I might as well just dive in.
Oh wait, I forgot to pay the. How much was the boat to carry the wagon across? Forgot to do that.
Ooh, yes, the wagon.
How much was
They
that on
will
top?
barter for you if they can have 2 bottles of your jalapeno tequila. They'll just take the wagon and all the stuff for free.
Well, I'll give them my bottle because I was never going to drink it. But
That stuff is gross. You can have mine as well.
There we go.
I've already drank mine.
Yeah, you can have mine.
Okay.
yeah, all right. So how much is that
point
now then?
the,
The bottles.
Yeah, 2 bottles have been paid over, so you guys have 2 bottles remaining, or maybe like 1.5, and the remaining barrels
Yeah.
or
Okay.
cases. As
Okay,
it
I'll hand him my bottle with the little brand logo that I pasted onto it, and I go, be absolutely sure to spread the word. There's no tequila like Tequila Mockingbird.
All right, new mission. We're starting our own brand.
All right. Let's just get this delivered, then we can head back. Unless something happens along the way.
All right, well they can do that, but I'm fascinated by this guy who's strumming his guitar.
Also,
With
did I
his-
get that crossbow thingy, or is it still being built? Or
It is built. It was built
It's
during the
built.
sea voyage. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Is he going to
No
teach me
longer
how to use
plastic
this?
bulb.
No, I think you're gonna have to ask him to reload it for you every time it
All
runs
right.
out.
All right. Perfect.
That's our one catch. Is he needs to reload it for you.
Darn technology, so complicated.
All right, there's this guy, right? Big tattoo, tall guy, tattoos, broken flip flops, guitar, sitting on a porch, with a whole crowd in front of him, swaying back and forth as he sings a song about his favorite food in the world, cheeseburgers. Yeah. And you know who this guy is. Desmond gave you a description of Jim before you had to come out here.
Yeah.
You see him down there with playing music for all of his devoted fans or cultists, depending on your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of do think parrot heads are cultists. So,
All right.
Yeah.
I'll listen for a while, and I just think this is great, and then I look a little nervous, and I try to get his attention.
I run up and start dancing and say, like, finally some good quality, wholesome music.
he nods along and points at you and sings a verse about when he's in port, he gets what he needs, not just Havanas or bananas or daiquiris, but
Oh, yeah. Keeps
that,
dancing.
American creation on which he can feed, and he's just super psyched about this medium rare with Munster cheeseburger that's like got onion slices, and it's just a slice of heaven on earth, you know?
Like paradise, hey?
Just like paradise. It's great. But he soon finishes up his set and says goodnight to his people, and they all disperse.
Kind of jumping, trying to get his attention, then I look disappointed when he just walks
He
away.
doesn't see you. Yeah. But he dismisses his people, except for you, the super fan who is dancing along, and goes, "Hey, man, I haven't seen you here before. Welcome. Welcome to Kroblin. Can I get you a margarita? Wait, sorry. We're out of tequila. My old friend is supposed to send me a shipment, but it just hasn't arrived yet. And there's even a bigger problem with that. I can't get you a margarita for 2 reasons. We're cursed here. We're cursed here in Krublin. There's an old witch, actually a very young, very cute witch, who lives in the woods, who has cursed all of the salt in town. And you can't make a margarita without salt on the rim. It's terrible. She's ruined it, really. Most of my followers have left, and I don't even have any money to pay for the new tequila until I can get rid of this salty witch up there.
Because we got the delivery, but you can't pay for it.
I can't pay for it until the salt witch is gone. A very cute salt witch from south of the border.
Oh, you don't say. Boomer's interested.
Wait, south? There's no, Caledonia?
No. The other town.
Cronwick's north.
No. The other one. The one that's south from here.
Nothing's south from here.
Nothing that you know of. You don't know anything. There are lands beyond the sea.
I traveled down there as a youth. This man knows exactly what he's talking about. Did you not hear his music? This is a trustworthy man. I've been there. I think we should handle his problems. Boomer is very enthusiastic about helping here.
Wait, have you thought about just eating the salt anyway? Why does it matter if it's cursed?
He gives you a grim look and motions for you to follow him inside the house on the beach, the porch of which he was playing on. He takes you inside the house, and in the middle of the floor, there is like a large trapdoor. And he comes over to it and like taps on it with his foot and meets your gaze and says, "Why don't you open that and see what happens to people who eat the salt from the very, very cute witch?"
All right.
Boomer opens that so easily.
Inside are the desiccated faces of like starved and slightly mummified from the sea air corpses that are staring up at you, arms extended, trying to grab at your feet while making small moaning noises. They are all undead. This is what happens.
Turn undead.
This young generation and their problems can't handle anything on their own.
Well, we need someone who's got real experience to go deal with the Salt Witch.
For the record, do we turn those undead, by the way? Because that's feeling like some good EXP.
I think we're
There's no EXP. They're not a threat. They're not
Yeah,
a threat.
and you can't really turn them because if you turn them, there's nowhere for them to go. They're stuck in this pit in the ground.
No, it's mainly so they don't come out of the pit.
Oh, they can't reach. See, their arms like.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
he's built a prison to keep the undead in.
there's no way to
Well, don't do it then.
All right, I'll look at him and shake my head
get a high
disapprovingly.
enough roll.
I'm sorry. If you get a high enough roll, what?
Does it not destroy them? Is that not something?
Oh, I'm only level
Oh.
2. I'm only level 2 though. I'm
That's
not sure I
true.
can destroy.
Can
level
paladins
1
turn undead?
Paladins can turn undead, yeah.
But they're a couple levels below normal.
Yeah.
I think it's got level 3 turn undead.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paladins are at 2 levels lower than a normal cleric.
Okay.
So I'm also level. Yeah.
So you're also level 2 then?
Yep.
Okay.
Ah.
So I don't think either of you can kill any undead. No.
No.
You would take a 10 on a d20 to turn these zombies, and they would just get turned, not destroyed.
Yeah, like I don't think we should destroy them. Like if we deal with the witch, we might be able to lift the curse and restore these people.
That's what I've been thinking. But I haven't found anyone brave enough to go up against the Salt Witch herself.
All right,
No one
I'm gonna
sturdy
look-
enough to meet her gaze and not fall madly in love with those cute cheeks and big, squeezable, huggable faces.
Well,
Now, you said she's cute, right? Is she single?
You know, I've never considered the prospects.
They just said that there's only one of them.
this.
He is a single witch. This isn't multiple witches we're talking here, right?
This is true. It is just one
yes.
witch.
Totally what I meant.
Excellent thinking.
I
Got
should
it.
wait for some adventurers to deal with her, then we can get paid and take the cart back for Desmond.
All right, I'm I'm shaking my head disapprovingly as I look at him, and I say, "You're blaming this witch for the curse of your salt, but I have a feeling it's your own damn fault."
What? No. It's
Why
definitely
did
her
she
fault.
curse your salt?
Well, I don't know why witches do these things. They're witchy women, you know.
Uh-huh.
They hate men, and you know. We might have gone on a date once upon a time, and it didn't work out very well. But I think that's neither here nor there. She's a salt witch. She hates margaritas, and she wants everyone who drinks them to die. And now that we've got our tequila, we just need to get rid of the salt witch. You know, it's so bad that if you drink from the sea, you also get turned to a zombie because there's salt in them oceans.
Oh, yeah, it's a curse of a broken heart. I know it well. I know in my youth, and he actually goes on a tangent for like an hour telling you a story from his youth about broken hearts and stuff.
During this tangent, Jim will go over to like a little windowsill where there's a piece of metal, like a metal foil box that's stuck against it. That's like got a roof on the top that's open, in which some sponge cakes have been baking in this solar-powered oven. And he brings you
Not
all
to quibble, but could I have a nibble?
Of course you can. Here's some sponge cake for you. It's been baking in the sun all day. Great. So, if you want to defeat the Salt Witch, first you must brave the town of Kroblin, because the Salt Witch lives beyond it. And certainly walking through the town of Kroblin might not seem like a difficult thing, but there are a lot of tourists here.
But we're technically
Hey,
tourists,
those
we're not from
people
here.
on the beach,
Oh, they're probably those young
so sandy and
tourists.
briny. What is it that makes them so shiny?
Well, I was about to get to that for these tourists are all covered in oil. And if you get too close to them, you'll get it on yourself. And the Salt Witch, she uses fire magic, so she will burn you down. You gotta stay away from the tourists, otherwise you'll just implode, combust? Explode? You'll catch fire if you touch the tourists and then meet the Salt Witch. So you stay away from these oil-covered people. You hear me?
Uh-huh.
People covered in oil and cursed sodium chloride? I've simply to ask, and Sayer provides.
Well, when you get to the Salt Witch, more important than anything is to find... This might sound a little campy or a little dumb, but well, bear with me here. She gets her power from my magic salt shaker. That's what makes my margarita so delicious. I had it enchanted by a wizard years ago. And she's used this as a, a conduit to enchant all salt within a 10-mile radius or something in that ballpark to be cursed and cause this effect. If you can get my lost salt shaker from her, it should turn people back to normal. It is the conduit to her power. It should be in her lair, and all the magic should be channeled through it. Don't
What's
destroy
the
it.
address of her lair?
The address of her lair?
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
we can find it.
We don't need addresses. Give us the proper directions, step by step. I don't trust anything to just an address.
Well. Alright, so. You want to go north, and you're going to see this big hill, alright? And you're going to go past the big hill, but not too far past it, but like right past you, there's going to be a rock. And you're going to take a right at the rock. And you're going to go past there's like a small abandoned house out there where there's a couple of gnomes that live in it. Ignore the gnomes. They talk a lot, and they don't like music. They're terrible. But you can swing a left at the gnome's house and go a couple of more hills over. And when you get to the big conifer, it's a big spruce. You will see a cave near the spruce tree, and at the cave there's a stream, and that's the cave that the Salt Witch lives in.
Perfect. And if we were to get brunch along the way, where would you suggest?
I wouldn't suggest brunch at all. Who would get brunch when you could have a cheeseburger? And that's not brunch food, that is lunch food, and lunch is better than brunch. So why don't you just get a cheeseburger down at there's a shop in town. It's just got like a big 5-7 out front. It's run by a guy named Heinz. He's a great burger maker.
Perfect. I do love some good old brunch, but we'll see if they have a discount at this burger place.
All right, let's go catch up with Heinz and see what's going on over there.
All right. So as we leave, I'll say, whether it's hidden in a cave or sealed in a vault, we will retrieve your lost shaker of salt.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure it's hidden in a cave, though. So.
And with that, we're going to go to our second break. When we come back from break, we will continue with the curse of Margaritaville. See you guys. I'm going to set up a break. Bye-bye.